Hi, welcome to our auction preview for December. Over 170 lots, a really good sale for us for this time of year. We're going to have a look at just a handful of things we've got inside. We're going to start off with this very, very low mileage Ferrari Mondial T.
Yeah, really interesting car. Started life in Hong Kong, British owner in Hong Kong. They imported the car back to the UK in 99-2000 through Maranello concessionaires, so a nice big stamped record with that. Done about 500 miles when it came out of Hong Kong. 3 owners since, nice and traceable. It's on 1,614 miles now. Again, nice and traceable, super low mileage. We've managed to contact some of the old owners. We've got old MOTs and stamps and stuff. Not quite perfect because it has been off the road here and there, but you know exactly where it's been. Looking at the car, we believe the mileage to be correct. Ferrari specialist that the car came to us through, again, suggests the mileage is correct. Nice sensible guide on it. It does want belts really because they've never been done. Doesn't need them on mileage, but it does need them on time. You would do them, wouldn't you? Really, really interesting car. Unloved for a bit, the Mondial, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was quite undesirable Ferrari. I think this one, being low mileage, sort of being a sort of well-known car that it is and where it's been, helps with the story of it. I think they're sort of the underdog of the Ferraris were a little bit ugly, but they're not. So they're now quite cool because of the age of it.
Proportions are a bit weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
You think?
But like James just said about the guide price, at 22 to 24 grand.
What else are you buying on that mileage? It's equivalently, would like to see one of the lowest mileage ones that we've ever seen or come across, even in an actual car wise of a car this.
You couldn't buy a newish Golf for 22 to 24 grand on 1,600 miles. But you're buying a Ferrari.
There was a 355 replica, went through another auction in September for 21 grand.
That's what I really like it as well. It's quirky, it's odd. Because it's odd, it makes it really cool.
The T's were quite desirable as well because they're later 3.4 engines. It's the theme that went through all the way through the 360s with the way they did it, with the cradle and the transverse gearbox.
I'm all over that centre console. If you do a little zoom in on the centre console, the fact that they've built the car and went, well, we're going to put all these buttons and where's the aircon going to be? Where's mint.
Semi-auto, well, what's it called, James? You know about it?
It's called a vario transmission. So you've got a gear changer, you've still got the click clack, but no clutch.
Makes it easy. Really cool.
Really interesting car. Another red car we've got that you're quite excited by.
The cool thing.
Really interesting story.
Very unmolested. Fresh. It's been in storage for 32 years, which it's only been out of storage, what, 3-4 weeks now? Same owner since 82.
81.
So same owner since 81. It's an RS-2000, as you can see, but it doesn't want a full split restoration. It's all there. Yes, the front seats to me are a bit different. But it's got the bones of being a bloody good car. Like,
it wants a good paint job on it. Again, it's proof that it's still out there. Yeah. After all these years of this sort of happening, proof that this was a local car. People knew it was there. You know, since we've pulled it out, there's been plenty of people that said, I knew about that car now. That sort of brings the story to life again. North East car all of its life, hidden away in a garage. It's the sort of things that you read about in the paper, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what the thing for me which I like about it is that stone dead mint black custom we sold last year, 50 odd grand's worth. The guy that restored that car came and had a look at this one and said, I wish I'd started with one as good as that, because he started one with a Webasto. It was rotten. You're already 10 steps ahead starting with a proper car.
Got the right bones.
It is. I'd get it running and just leave it like that because I think it looks cool.
Underneath's been all oxidized oxidized primer. So it's been protected right. And I don't think it's been in a damp garage. You can see by that.
A few bits here and there, but again, it's been stored for that long. Unless you keep them in a car bubble, which I don't think were a thing 30 odd years ago.
1991, that car was worth 1,500 quid.
Yeah, exactly.
With the providence this has got of storage and everything fully done, I think even if you were doing it to flip, there's still meat on the bone at the guy that we've got of 12 to 18.
100%. And that Venetian red I do like. Black vinyl roof.
It's when you told me it was an RS-2000 with the vinyl roof, I was like, but no.
Everybody removed them. Everybody took them off. So yeah, really interesting car. Completely the opposite. It's also red.
No, red with black roof.
It's red with a black roof. There's not many cars that scare me. This genuinely scares me.
Got no balls?
Probably, but it came up by transport. It's come from the south. It's 500 horsepower.
The best sounding. It is the best sounding car we've had in here.
So, you're telling me now admitting that American muscles are cool as out?
Not at all. No, right. You'll get the wrong answer. Not at all. Right. it is cool if you're into American muscle. To me and James, it's not cool, right? But it sounds the absolute bollocks.
Right, hang on, here's a question for you, right? Because the guy price on this is 12 to 16 is SLK money, SL money, newish SL money.
SL, you get like an 03, 04 SL55 if you wanted it.
And what would you pick?
Power.
SL55.
You're wrong.
What a silly comparison to me.
However, this car specifically, 12 to 16 grand makes it probably the cheapest one around. They only
had a look at that money. It is the cheapest one on the market.
Yeah, it's done 25,000 miles. The specs insane. It's got heads-up display. It's got the biggest stereo. It's got all the bits. It looks great in red. It's a lot of car for the money.
It just instant gives you big. I can't see it on big. You know what I mean?
Big energy.
Big energy.
If you don't not only hate your neighbours but everyone in your estate,
Keep talking.
you buy this car.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get James to introduce the next one, right? Because it's going to cause a debate. James, what is it?
It's the opposite of this, but it's a Honda Prelude.
Honda Prelude.
It's a Prelude.
James is saying pre-looped. It's a Honda Prelude.
It's manual. It's a coupe. I love it. I think it's gorgeous.
For some reason, right, when this came in, we were like, yeah, I sort of get it. But the more time that you spend looking at this car, the more time we spent driving it out, we were like, you know what? This is properly cool. It's got the best seats, like they're stallion seats, aren't they? It's like everything from the late 80s, early 90s Japanese had those seats in them.
They do look like a stallion seat.
I wasn't in when it got dropped off, but yesterday when it was me and you and I was straight to it. It's mint.
The fact that it's manual, I think.
Yeah. Manual, 39,000 miles. It's got pop-up headlights. It's like refurb the wheels on that. That's all you need to do with it. And it's just...
That was a weird noise. Refurb the wheels. I was going to say lower it a little.
Now who's pre-lubed?
No, you say you don't. It's pre-lubed. Anyway, you don't. Leave it standard, do the wheels, and you have yourself an awesome retro daily.
Never going to let you down.
It's properly cool.
4 to 6 grand. I mean, you're not buying anything cooler.
I was still saying Jap. I know what a cool daily is like. And I can make a noise. Hang on.
God.
Got that noise there down the T, didn't it?
I've got nothing to say. So this is a non-VTEC turboed Honda Civic, yeah? So it's a D16 Honda Civic in yellow, white wheels with a whirly bird. End of.
Yeah. Really cool shape. This is my favourite shape Civic. It's just a really cool car. You couldn't build it for anywhere near the guide. I mean, we've got 8 to 10 on it.
Yeah. We've got to keep it hot.
A good shell is 6 or 7 grand. Never mind the engine. It's still good.
Can we say cool as hot hatches and go VW?
Yeah, well, let Dad catch up with the camera.
Is it a hot hatch or is it a warm hatch?
It's a warm hatch because it's got more doors for more warm shopping.
But not only that is one previous owner, one family.
No. The logbooks are in the service history. Husband bought it brand new. Letter from Lister Volkswagen. Everything. Thank you for your new purchase. Da-da-da-da-da. We don't know what's happened to the husband.
Why they send him a letter saying daddy-daddy-da? That's weird.
No, I wasn't going to read the whole letter out, man.
I want professional view, lordy-daddy-da.
Anyway, can we talk about a cool hot hatch?
Right.
National Trust sticker. Anyway, husband,
Yeah.
and it only went to the wife this year, like 3 months ago, to sell it.
Right. Yeah, so it's a deceased estate.
One family owner.
It shows one previous, so actually you were both right. Everyone's happy, we can move on.
Family could mean like nephew, uncle, niece, cousin.
Nobody keeps a 6N standard. They always lower them, they always put silly wheels on them. It is the only one, I mean, I was around when these were coming out new, and it's the only one I've ever seen standard. Have you ever seen a standard one?
No, it's not that, but I don't know if you cut the water on or something. The arches on it, in the arches, in the door gaps, in everything. It's just... I'm going to say box fresh.
This is the sort of stuff that we in years, like we've mentioned this with Mark IV Golfs and stuff, but it's even now these are really cool things. They're like a sort of retro classic. The hot hatch, it's mint. It is mint. Like it's had the wheels have just been done. They're a split rim, original BBS split rims on it. It's had brand new tyres all around. It's ready to be enjoyed. You'd be well happy driving around in that.
Yeah, £3,000 to £400,000, right? 10 years time. What is it going to? It's just going to go up, I reckon.
It's got a National Trust stick on it as well.
So this is the same.
That means nothing. You're a National Trust member.
Too late. I could walk.
Are you a member just so you can put stickers in cars to try and have value?
No, but you got to pay for the stickers. I'm not going to be a member and then pay for the stickers, am I?
But if you look at Mark IV Golf GTIs, like an Annie is now 10 grand.
On 180,000 miles. What's the miles on this? 80-something thousand, isn't it? 86,000, something like that.
Big history on it.
And it's a GTI.
And the coolest seats you could get. Yeah. The big one in the back.
Something small and quick. This is the sensible option.
Yeah.
This is the complete opposite.
You said small and quick.
It's small.
Charlie calls it a valve.
You keep saying it's a Valva because it's got valves in it, but it's not. It's right, but a Valva is a 16 valve.
So it's a 1.68 valve.
Yeah.
It's a different engine from the car started out as a 998, didn't it?
Spin, so it's got no rear wiper, manual windows. It's proper poverty spec.
And as the rear screen says, once driven, forever smitten.
Well, that's the YouTube channel of the guy that built the car.
YouTube channel on this car, so if you have a look, it was built, yeah. The arches are mint on it, the shell itself's lovely. Start off with a really good shell, set of wheels, a little throaty 8 valve 1.6 in it, couple of reverse to first, away we go.
Yeah, he bought the car without the engine in to turn it into a rally car and reshell his rally car, but the shell was too clean, so he's put that in it. It's got a Harry Hockley chassis strengthening thing on it. It's got suspension all around.
Exhaust, Bilsteins all around. There's a decent spec list with it, mind.
Big Astra GT brakes. Most people will stick that engine in that and leave the tiny little brakes on it and wonder why they get cooked. The nice thing about somebody building a car on YouTube is they're accountable. So, you know, it's been done well. It's a proper little thing.
Yeah, cool.
Continue on.
Yeah, we'll talk about a couple of white Japanese imports. We've got the Subaru Forester. So this is an STB STI. STB STI. That is.
Did they diagnose at the clinic or?
Yeah, STB STI. That's a properly cool car. That.
You can get cream for it.
Properly cool car. Cream. That's like a depository sort of thing. That like. Automatic.
As I get older, I'll buy a Forester over an Impreza. That's cool.
That is a very cool car. I agree with you. Well, I don't agree because Impreza.
See, Charlie could go to the National Trust with his Forester over his Impreza.
Yeah, you could. It's an STI, so ultimately it's an Impreza underneath with a different body on it. It's really cool. It's it's
they've aged really well.
Yeah, you couldn't get these from the UK, so you're not going to get a home delivery car. It's always going to be a Graham.
That if you're buying an Impreza, things will be said. If you're buying an Impreza or a Forester, it's got to be white. It's got to be an import. I like the fact that why import something we could get anyway? Yeah. Why not? If you're importing something, pay the price. It's a bit different, and it's cool as.
Same can be said for that. That's a cheap car. Evo 4.
Yeah. I think 4 and 5's peak Evo.
For me, 5 is peak Evo. 4 is pretty close there.
How do you tell 4?
They're still a bit dainty. Yeah, Charlie, you've learnt Roman numerals this week, haven't you?
Every day.
Not massively modified. Still got the standard seats in it. Those Recaros are really cool. It's not perfect. It's got some marks here and there. It's had bits and bobs.
Some welding, which you expect by now.
8 to 12 grand. It's not going to be box fresh. It's going to want a little bit, yeah. But
you're not buying a show pony.
But you could literally hoon that around and have a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's desperate. That's what it's screaming out for. It wants some absolute B-road
blasting. You haven't said that for a while, have you?
I haven't known that. B-road blasting, let me bashing.
Got something here that I think at the minute are an absolute bargain. How many customers have we got?
We are all about value for money in here, and we've said it a million times. This is a properly cool car, this.
How many customers have we got that have ditched 911s recently and turned up with one of these?
I can name a few, couldn't we? Yeah. But for 32 to 38 grand, you're getting a low mileage. This one's got really good history, because again, all main dealer service stamps. It's even had the corrosion inspection stamps in the book. 48,000 miles. It's Manuel, come on. Instantly tick. Yeah. No horrible.
To be fair, you can pick one up. And again, there seems to be a few popping up on YouTube.
No, it's a later
yeah, but you can pick like an 05 4.2 up for about 25 grand.
Cheaper than that in all fair.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, because that's you'd be daft. The difference in, so we've had loads of those through. The difference between that and a slightly newer 4.7 it's huge. The engine is much better. The clutch is much nicer on these. The earlier clutch is really heavy. That clutch is lovely.
And you're paying a premium on this one because of the service history. Straight away, it's main dealer Aston Martin, not being misused, loving the colour. It's a proper thing, and it makes a mint noise.
Not like that Camaro where it wakes up your neighbours every time you start it. This has got the switchable.
Sorry, what? Camaro?
SS one.
Camaro.
Come on.
Camaro.
Camaro. I was thinking of the Simpsons, wasn't it?
Canyonero.
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 But it's like, I mean, to be fair, this is like a British, it's the British muscle car, isn't it? It's like a little V8, manual gearbox, short stubby back end. It's cool for the money.
Not mullet wearing.
Speaking of
It's the opposite of what you should be
these
driving.
and cool and value for money and
Mullet?
hot hatches and mullets are good, man. No, it's not. You can hold your hot hatch in the back. I'm going to squeeze it in, you know.
So
what am I talking about?
the international tractor.
It's not about another redneck mobile.
Oh, right, another Tobey-mobile.
Whoa, hang on. How is this? What are you hating on it for, man? You get a Dodge Viper engine, you can put the kids in the back of the car, and then you can put the house in the back, and away you go.
I understand it's cool, and I do get it, right? And this, you're scared of that Camaro. This thing petrifies me because it is the loudest thing. I gently accelerated up the ramp, and the thing's just insane.
I literally went to the end of the road and back with it to turn it on off the trailer, and Tesla exhaust. It was the best thing. Tesla alarms. Beep, 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 beep.
If you want to wind everyone up with the wheels, you buy this car.
And you're buying a car with a Dodge Viper engine.
You've got to have a pair of bollocks to go around in that, like.
I'd like to have been there when they decided on it, because someone at Dodge went, you know that Viper we've got?
Pissed.
You know that Viper we've got in the world? Yeah. You're like, you know that Ram in the world? Yeah.
You know what's happened? Nah, they've crashed one into the other and went, haha.
But to be fair, those engines have proved to be bulletproof.
Yeah.
You can get loads, you can get supercharger kit for them.
Ooh.
It's just absurd, and we aren't going to make stuff like this anymore. No one is. So
16 to 20 grand, find another cool pickup like that.
exactly. However, for similar money, and it's red and it's off-road, my choice would be over here. Defender 90 with pretty much every single mod that I would put on one. Massai side windows. It's got the LED bars. It's got the steel front bumper.
TD5, you missed the main importance out.
Yeah.
TD5.
Yeah, but the weirdest bit about it that I love, and I think is the best bit about it, automatic. I didn't mean to hit the car
It
there.
also has some minor panel damage on the front here where Toby's just caved it in.
Side over, you know, I like 3 pedals.
It's
Two
been
pedals.
converted to automatic. It makes a wicked noise because it's got some straight pipes on it. The money has been spent on this. We know those glass windows are fortunes. The diamond stitch interior, the later model, those wheels and tyres are 1,500 quid all day long.
If you go and pick up an 06 TD5 Defender now, standard one, manual on 100,000 miles, 12 grand, right? But by the time you put that and some windows together,
The windows alone, what? I'm sure they're 5 or 6 bags, aren't they?
You just pay an absolute fortune. It's been converted to automatic, which we like. You know,
but actually we've had 2 of them in now where they've done this, where they've put the auto box from a Discovery 2, which is a lovely box, but they put that controller in, so if when you go off road you can change it, so it won't bog down. It'll still do what a Defender's supposed to do.
That's a Defender with twin exhausts.
yeah, that's all you need in your life, isn't it? Well,
We've got some really nice 4x4s, because I mean,
Charlie's been converted slightly, hasn't he?
well,
You know how it used to be Landies with Charlies?
I love a series, any form of series, you know, 2, 1, whatever. Late model, this is 2A, so it's a very late model 2A. So it's 71.
year of the change.
Year of the change.
It's got some 3 bits on it.
2 1/4 petrol, normally that's me away. I don't need to look at anything else in here. I'm a happy man. But this is a very, very nice car, galvanised chassis, 2 1/4 petrol, very sensibly priced, because we know the price of a gal chassis these days, 4 or 5 grand by the time you get anywhere. This one's what, 10 to 14 grand, and it's ready to go. I look, new wheels and tyres.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's had a lot over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
We totaled it up yesterday, didn't we? And it's about 9 grand worth of work from the same owner. The same lady's had it, the person's had it, and they've had it back. But it's just like all the stuff you need to do that's been done.
New wheels and tyres, galv chassis, new hood, ready to go. And I still am all over it because it's sensibly priced. We love these. We sell these all day long.
Up until last week, this was ultimate pub car. It's now been ruined.
We've never had a conversation before where Series Land Rover's ever had any rivalry. But
We parked this up the other day, didn't we, for setting up, and we're like, hang on a minute.
first time we've had an Aston Gipsy through our doors. Overall, this car was restored 2016. The attention to detail, I'm not saying it's concourse by any means, but it is as good as you're going to find. Again, unbelievably priced, same price as the Defender, in the same ballpark, maybe a little bit less. It's the 2.5 litre diesel that used to run the old taxis.
Yeah, the same engine as an FX4.
Yep.
It's a nice.
And it's had a sensible considerate restoration. The attention to detail on this is absolutely bang on, and never did I ever think that, for me, I was always series Land Rovers through and through. You know, it doesn't matter if it's rusty and holy, I'm into it. But this is sort of swaying my head a little bit on, actually.
So you're changing the dream garage from a series and an MGS?
It's no, but it's not that. It's this car specifically.
Yeah.
If that was a 65, so it's a 65, it was the same year series, so you're talking series 1, in that condition it's 25 grand. And I'd still choose that.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Lovely.
Again, we're bang on about value for money, but it's not even that. Overall,
It's usability as well.
it's so cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're bang on right, bro. It's exactly so usable. It's so charming. It's perfect. It's not concourse, but God, it's good, isn't it?
It's not far off.
It's a strong 9 out of 10, that car.
Probably excitable as well. You know what I mean? You could stand there and talk about that all day long. I still do love a series, though. I'm not saying I would.
But you would take that?
I would.
I agree. Another car that I didn't think I'd love, but I kind of really do. Peugeot 405 Estate. No, I know I like them.
Remember when you had a sim with it?
Really lovely car. Yep. Everyone's like friend's dad had one, like something like this, didn't they?
It's again, like we said in the last video, it's your go-to geography teacher car, isn't it?
Yeah. 20,000 miles. It's diesel. Dog knob red in lovely condition.
See that, man?
Definitely car.
Racing red, man. It's a Peugeot.
It's just a nice little.
We sold it, what, 4 years ago?
Not that, but maybe 2.5 years ago.
I'm hoping the guy that buys this, right, has got one on 300,000 miles gone. I want a new car. What's the lowest mileage one around? Bang, there you go. That will outlive you, that.
Hasn't got long then. It's just a nice thing. It's nice to have. It's nice to know it still exists. There's not many of them around.
We would never ever, in our wildest dreams, ever think you'd get excited over a 405, but it's because it's cool, isn't it? It is cool, isn't it? Into it.
Carrying on from a super cool Peugeot to a super cool, I can't even get my words, I'm that excited about Golf Rallye. Mark II Golf Rallye. This one's been in really long term ownership. Factory supercharger car. And immense.
Well, when we were kids. When we were kids, Mark II Golfs were cool.
We've all had one.
We've all had one, but it, like, you go, I'd quite like an 8-valve GTI. Then the kid turns up with a 16-valve. Turn up with a G60 Rally. It's so cool it didn't even make it in right-hand drive. The arches are massive. 4-wheel drive, supercharged. It's ridiculous.
It's got the slight max power look to it, which I love. You're pulling up a McDonald's and you're wiping the floor, aren't you? You know what I mean?
The guys owned it since the 90s, and he's done all those mods that everybody that bought one in the 90s would have done. OZs, little boot build, steering wheel. Yeah. The nice thing is, with it being such a rare car, you can buy the Calypsos on the wheels.
Yeah,
you can buy them. I found a set on eBay for 240 quid.
It's so period correct for us. We used to look at these in magazines thinking like that was the ultimate pinnacle dream.
It's not only looking at magazines.
Even now, like, I know, like, to a lot of guys, it's quite a lot of money, but these were you never saw these ever. They were so rare, and even now it's incredibly rare. I'm all over that.
It's not that. We've had our Sunday club on today, and we've had the older boys through, and some of them even got straight away in the 80s. Rally, getting excited over a Mark II Rally.
Square headlight gives it away. Normally
single wiper
square. And it is unbelievable. It is, and I don't think we appreciate how rare this car actually is. Talk about a pair of super coupes, super GT cars, top speccers for good value for money.
When these came out, they put these two up against each other in like autocar and stuff, didn't they?
Which two?
The CL and the Bentley. It's kind of hard because we love Bentleys and we love Mercs, but this as an example is a beautiful car. Like, it's stunning colour. It's a Maybach colour. Interior is gorgeous on it. It's done 60,000 miles. They're normally silver, 4 shades of silver, 130,000 miles, and rust on all the arches. This is a really nice one.
It is one of the best colours we've seen. The interior, they're normally good spec. A sale, you can't get a bad spec sale, but it's the same with the Bentley. Whoever walked into Merc when they ordered that, they asked for the options list and they just ticked every option.
I can't find how much the optional paint was.
It's the Felfy Chrome Blue or something.
It's called
Defima.
No, it's called Chroma Flare Blue.
Chroma Flare Blue. I don't
But
know.
it's a colour that was an optional extra on the Maybach, which was a £300,000 car. So what did they charge for it from on the Merc?
It is a properly cool car. And again,
Designer colour, so they had to have walked in and said, I've seen it on one of those, I want that.
you can go and buy a handful of these still for £2,000.
You wouldn't.
Bad examples with problems. This is not that car. Watch the walk around video. You press that suspension button, the thing rises and goes up and down like you wouldn't believe. We've sold quite a few of really, really nice ones of these cars, and that is in with that handful. We've sold a few cheaper ones with rust on them.
Still like them.
We still love them. Yeah, of course we do. But that is a proper.
Everything works on it. Even the push button on the gear stick still works.
Gorgeous.
£5 to £6,000.
It's for nothing, really.
Well, when you consider that it's alternative, which actually I think that's still a cheap car. They don't look out of place next to each other. If you asked anybody that didn't know much about cars, how much is that? They'd go £60,000 all day long. Of course they would. But your alternative,
Red on red on red on red.
Again, look at our previous auctions and look at the videos we've done. We did a buyer's guide on these cars. As a family, they are, to us, well, certainly to me, one of the best Bentleys you can buy for value for money.
100%.
Again, there is plenty of bad ones around at 12 to 15 grand. We've been there personally. You just don't do it.
there's no such thing as a cheap Bentley.
There's not. This is the nicest GT, and I know the colour's a bit more, Mike. When it first came in, I said straight away, I was like, yeah, it's all right. The more you look at this car, the more you fall in love. Yeah. It's low. What's the miles on it?
This is dog knob web.
Yeah. That is dog knob. What's the miles on it?
26,000.
26,000 miles.
So like you just said, is you buy one for
27,500.
Yeah, it's 27,500.
the camera knows more. 27,500.
That's been sitting at daily, that's why. You have, haven't you? It is a proper car.
But you buy one for 15, 18, sorry, like, before you interrupted, like you say, you buy one for 15, 18, you're spending the 10 grand on it to get it back to the standard this is. You're better off buying this one for 18 to 22, right? You haven't got the worries of all the things.
It's a properly loved car. The interior is unreal, satin red with the magnolia. It's got a perforated headlining. Yeah, perforated headlining. It's the satin red that gets me. Yeah. The colours. If I said, "Oh, I've got a red Bentley GT here, St James's red, satin red with magnolia," you think, "Oh, what an awful car." Definitely not. It is one of the prettiest things we've had through the door.
Here, so we parked this car here 3 weeks ago.
And it hasn't dropped.
It hasn't dropped. We've never had one that doesn't drop, ever.
And it still starts. And and it's not picking up with all these warning lights, push buttons working, great service. It's a proper thing. It's a proper car.
You can't. I don't think you can buy one without a Mulliner pack anymore. No. You have to have those wheels and you have to have that interior because they stop the aging.
We've sold quite a few of these, but not. And we have sold some very, very, very nice cars. But this one dogs a lot of them because it is the bollocks. But speaking of cheap things, speaking of bollocks.
You need a pair to buy one, or?
Mercedes C55 AMG, not a 32. This is the 55 V8 in a wagon. We love a wagon down here, don't we?
Yeah.
Anything with an estate.
Better as an estate.
This is the coolest estate going.
Yeah.
Especially for a C-Class, because this, personally, it was the worst shaped Merc of that area. You know what I mean? It was the ugliest car. But these came with like a CLK front end. The front end's different to normal C-Class, and then they put a V8 in it. Mint.
The 32 was all right. Little supercharged.
What you're saying? You're never late with the V8.
Apparently, you're never straight in a V8.
You never straight.
Apparently, but C55 is a triple rare. They're all saloons, and even then you don't see them.
You keep telling people that's a 55, not a 32, because you see the 32s quite often, like mega rare.
It's the same engine that was in at the time the Formula 1 safety car, and they put it in a family estate. So, like, this is when AMG was still doing mad stuff.
It's scrambled by the time you get home. Jobs are good.
They're just ridiculous, and it's done some miles.
Yeah.
But actually, the car doesn't show it at all. It's one colour silver. Matching tyres all round.
No,
it was Cat C in 2012. Yeah. But that's reflected in the guide price that we got in 2013. Vic checked in 2013.
I don't even know that much, but like, it's so under the radar, isn't it? It's so like, you just think, someone's put 4 exhausts on that Mercedes diesel. What's the point in that?
360.
The equivalent year, Audi Avant. Yeah, you're not getting that for 3 to 4 grand, are you?
No, you're 15 grand.
Yeah.
15 grand easy. And actually, this is quicker and rear wheel drive, which makes it cooler.
and probably more cost effective to run.
Yeah. It wears its mileage really well. The spec is very good. They're normally not this specky. They don't normally have a sunroof. They don't normally have heated seats.
Again, they're not normally a 55. They're normally a 32.
No, and it's there's some cars where the category would put me off. Not in America.
No. They're built well from the factory, so it just means no odds.
Well, the engine builders put their name on it. Yeah. This was always the thing, wasn't it, with an AMG?
Shows how confident they were.
Of course it was, aye.
Really cool thing. If we, as a total comparison, known for being badly built, which is why there's none left.
Lancia.
But I would argue we've got the best one available anywhere.
Well, it's a 79 car. It shows 4,000 miles on the clock. Look at that interior and tell me that we're wrong.
It's never been painted.
No.
The original owner for 44 years.
Yeah.
Imagine keeping a car for football. You can't keep a car for 4 weeks. He can't keep one for 44 weeks, man. But 44 years, right?
It's got a couple of blemishes on it, but you can't paint it. You can't. No, you can't. You can't. It smells like an original car. It's always been in the northeast. It's got loads of paperwork with it. It's just a little. But these things all rotted away. They all disappeared.
That's always the argument with Lancia, though. People always go to Lancia, it'll be rotten.
That really irritates us, right? Because it goes, Lancia's still got the flaw. Yeah, because it was looked after.
Yeah, but
I mean, if you didn't look after yourself, you'd be dead by now, mate. You know what I mean?
It's alright.
Annoys me.
You're alright.
That really annoys me when they go, it's a Lancia, it should be rotten.
It's great mileage, it's great ownership. When you pulled in, we saw it coming down the road, you're like, what on earth is that? I don't know what it is, but it's instantly cool. It looked mint coming down the road.
And it's 6 to 8 grand, again.
It's probably, I would like to think, again, it's the newest one, just mileage-wise, you're ever going to buy. Sorry, were you talking?
I was talking.
Go on. Are you getting annoyed about the Lancia thing? I know.
I was trying to calm down. But
you're right, go on.
Yeah, mate, go ahead.
We're finished?
Yeah, we're moving on to Dolly. I really like this. It's not a Sprite, but it's a 1500 HL.
Do you mean a Sprint?
Sprint. What are you, come on. You call it Prelude, right? And you just called it a Maybach. I didn't know you could colour your Maybach in. Anyway, Triumph Dolly 1500 HL. This one's got low ownership, I'm sure it is, not many. Double check.
2 owners, isn't it?
2 or 3 owners. 66,000 miles. Really nice overall condition.
What's the history like on this one?
Nice history.
That's good.
Nice history.
It's nice file and manuals. In fact, no. I know even more. It's still got the passport with service stamps in. The Triumph passport, the British Labour Passport. And it's got the handbooks and whatnot. So yeah, it is really nice.
It's got a few blebs on the front here and there, but again,
doesn't detract.
Level straight, level original. It's the ideal shop-to-show car. Haven't said that one for a while, isn't it? Because, you know, again, we've had our open day today. The amount of people that are walking around this car just because of just the charm that it gives off.
Well, everybody had one or remembered one, or but it's
super clean. The interior is absolutely.
The seats are lovely.
Mark free, no rips, no tears, gorgeous in there. Under the engine bay is blinging, and even the floors.
Yeah. It's not had a restoration because you could tell because everybody overdoes the wood, and the wood should be like that, lightly touched.
Do you know what? But even though Troy says, there's a couple of blemishes. I wouldn't change the fact.
No, but
drive it, use it, enjoy it, love it.
The only original ones. You can't fake that.
It's got a lot of character.
But by comparison, that Audi there has had the exact opposite.
Yeah,
this is insane. This car. So we're going to talk about this Audi Quattro coupe. When James got the phone call about it, we were told it had a £42,000 restoration. We presumed it was a turbo, didn't we?
Yeah.
We presumed it was something, you know.
Well, I assumed someone spent that money on a short wheelbase Quattro.
And then this car turned up. It's obviously been done for pure love, obviously not for money. Look at the guide price on the car. 42 grand has been spent on this car.
I don't know the full story, but the car was bought by a doctor, brand new. He then, I'm assuming, died in 1990 and left it to his daughter. I presume there was some money there because then the car was restored. Looking at the pictures, obviously needed restored.
Do you know when it was restored?
It was restored a few years ago,
2018. So in the history file, the back of the history file, there's lots of photographs documenting the restoration.
So it's 2 owners, 1 family owner.
It's 1 family, so 1 previous.
It's a horrible expression, but please find another one.
Yeah, but it's not that. We've got a guide of 15 to 18 on it, right? That's not even half what the ladies spent on it to get it how it is. And you can see the work that's gone into it through the photographs.
Well, you can buy a nice one for 12.
But
Stand it next to this one.
Yeah.
A day, because you won't find a better.
Photos are there as well, which is lovely to see. It's like the bits getting cut out and the new panels going in, so it's lovely to have the history of it. But 2 owners, it is a proper car. There's a nick on the seat, and that's the sort of that's the niggle you're going to have with it. But again, you know, it's priced at that because arguably no one's going to ring and say, actually, I've got one that's had the same money spent on it, and I want 20 grand, or I want 10. You just can't.
But being completely honest, the way we normally value a car is we look at what has one sold for. Dead easy. We've picked a number out of thin air for this car, pretty much.
Yeah.
Based on find another one. Like I say, an average.
We worked out what had gone into it to get to where it is, and this, that, and t'other. And
what other industry would you do that? Anybody else would, you know, if you go to a restaurant, they go, well, it cost me £20 to make this meal, I have to charge 25.
It's bad business, isn't it?
Terrible.
But it makes good business for us when someone's willing to spend that sort of money. Yeah, of course it
it's a
does.
very good purchase for the next owner as well.
And to be fair, it's a cool car generally. It's an 80s Audi with a Quattro system in white. It's got LEDs for the diff locks. It's really cool. Really cool. The only colour you could argue would be as good as red, but I'd personally choose the white.
Yeah, I'm into white in a minute. We'll keep it sort of white. We've got a lovely Saab 900i. Again, we're big fans of these Saabs. It's sub 100,000, which is crazy. It's got a tow bar. It's got a tow bar. They're normally on 180,000 running well, so we love that.
Super honest car.
Yeah.
However, this is the one for me at the minute. I mean, I love a Beamer. Especially this shaped car. They never tick all the boxes. It might be really original and lovely, but it's only a 1.8. It might be a dog, but it's a 525. This is a 525 Lux. Yes, it's automatic, but it's a 5 series. That's okay. I don't mind that. It is bone stock original. If it's had paintwork, it's been very good. I don't think it's had much.
Round and round and round trying to find out if this car's been painted.
Shall I tell you how much he's into this? 7 o'clock the other night I rang him and he went, oh, bro, I'm not going to bore you with the conversation anyway. He's like, I'm just doing a Vindicator on this BMW, and the stuff that you ravelled off to me of what it had.
I just want to know if the wheels were original though.
It's not even that. Take the wheels off and stick your head in that arch. This car, it's like one of those
Really long video though, isn't it?
It's never been dirty. It's never been dirty. We've been round it. It's white with blue again, which are really cool colours at the minute. They never really go out of fashion, do they? It's 80s Beamer. It's prime Beamer for us. This is the best sort of era of BMW. It's the bollocks again. It is. You're not going to find a nicer one, especially at this money. No. And if you are, it's a 1.8. Yeah.
It's just a really, really lovely car.
Staying on really cool Beamers.
I don't know where you go.
Your favourite car?
I love this car, you know. Right? And everyone thinks I'm weird, right? If you just take it all into the equation.
No. You are weird.
I am weird, yeah. I like you as a brother. Of course I'm weird. You know what I mean?
To be fair, if somebody sat down and designed a sports car for Toby Ray Brayshaw, this is what they'd come up with.
Excuse me, what's my full name?
Tobias Martin.
Sorry. That's a BMW?
Yes.
I thought it was a Cobra. Oh, sorry.
Well, we never mentioned Cobras once.
To be fair, there's a couple of these knocking around that look appalling.
This doesn't.
It's been done really nicely. The kit's quite expensive. What's a real one? £1 million? We were down at the NEC to buy a replica with a Rover V8 is 50 grand.
And how much is this?
5.
So why would you walk past it? Huh?
You just
Well, I'm obviously wrong, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know, if you
want a car that looks interesting, but you can maintain it. It's just a BMW.
You got really excited about putting this across your gavel.
You insisted on having this on your rostrum. You did.
You said Jim's not doing it. I'm doing it.
we don't only agree on things, do we? And we haven't again.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen about this Escort, because you know this Escort really well.
I know this Escort really well. So it is a Mark 1 Mexico. It's a Mark 1 mate. Again, that BMW Tribute just proves that you know nothing. So anyway, it's a Mark 1 Mexico, full rally prepared, cage, seats, everything. It's on a set of twin 45s, and I have to say, right, it is the best idling 1600 cross flow you've ever heard.
It's also got Sibbies.
It's got Sibbies, aye.
But you know why it is. It's because the guy that owns it has daily driven that car for 2 years. You've seen him drive it. He drives like an animal.
He drives it properly. He drives it through the winter. He drives it through the summer. And he just uses it.
It's not going to win any shows.
Happens in the autumn and the spring.
He's on holiday, mate. It's part of his job.
But we've got AVO paperwork there, so we know it's correct.
And it's full of that. We've got a rally car, well, a road rally car that's actually got paperwork and it's got a decent amount with it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's got good bones. It's not perfect, but for the guide price we've got on it, I mean, what we're talking, 14 to 16.
There's some classic rallying, isn't it?
No, we've got an Escort in with 14 to 16 on.
Yeah, but it is a cheap way to some classic rallying. If you want to have a laugh for the weekend without getting too stuck into it and you know, spend an absolute fortune, why not?
A fake one with fiberglass arches and that engine in decent-ish condition is
Not
what?
Mexico.
Yeah, it's 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's a real bubble arch Mexico.
Wait, they're all the fiberglass ones to be fair, bro. Yeah.
We'll sort of keep it. We'll go one end of the scale from a modified rally car, ready to be gravel track, to what I want to call it is a tarmac queen. This thing. When I saw this, when this came down the road, I rang James. I was going out on a collector. I rang James and says, "Tell me that I've just passed a double green Ford Capri. Let me know when it's in the car park." And he rang back and said, "You want to come and have a look at this car because you'll not honestly anything green for us we go mad over." But it's double green
2.8i that's not been
2.8 injection
in blue. It's in green.
Blue's nice, but it's over.
Blue's nice, but you see, how many of them do you see? You see plenty of them, right? And you see them clipping 45 grand for some bizarre reason. But like Troy says, it's really good colour combos. The interior is gorgeous. What we got at 12 to 14?
Considering that you know as well as I know, I do not buzz for Ford. Especially we had a Capri and I didn't. I was like, why? But this thing is like.
You went mad when we bought it.
I'm not. But this is almost changing my mind on Capris. It's a 2.8. It makes a mint noise. It's got the right interior. The money that's being spent on this car is unbelievable.
The guy paid £31,000 for this car during COVID, so it's not, you know, and ultimately this is the thing where everyone keeps going on about the market. For some reason it's YouTube gold at the minute, isn't it? The market's terrible, everybody's going to die, it's really bad.
That's what it should be.
No, but it's just, all it does is it gets clicks, doesn't it, right? Yes, he paid £31,000 for the car during COVID, however, he's only selling the car because he's not that keen on injection. He wants to go back to something like an Escort with maybe a Pinto and a carb. That's also dropped. So he's alright. Yeah, but that's also dropped. So yes, he's going to lose a little bit of money on this car.
He's not going to overpay for when he goes into his next one.
Exactly.
So the differential outweighs each other, doesn't it?
This is the problem that we'll find at the moment. Toby's language. That, you know, our sales this year, like the whole market is up and down, isn't it? Nobody can predict it. If someone's standing you telling you what this car's worth in 6 months' time, they're lying. We've been doing this long enough where we're pretty good at our jobs. We can't predict it. This crash was never going to happen. The market softened like everything. All it did to us was it brought new money into the market. People were going, actually, yeah, that was 35 grand during COVID. I couldn't afford that. But 15 grand, yeah, I've got that. Yeah. And it helps the market. It brings fresh money in and it boosts it on again. It needs to happen. It's good. It's great.
Market, you're right. There's more classic car buyers.
Well, our October sale, I went home on auction day, stick the TV on, I went onto YouTube, and the first two videos on my suggested were over 100,000 views of bargains at auction, crash at classic car markets crash.
That's just clickbait for them, isn't it?
Exactly what it is, it's clickbait. COVID did something that we've never seen before. It totally skewed the price of the cars. We know that. It had to correct it. It didn't really, because the demand was still there. But that October sale was still the second busiest sale we've had this year.
Well, look at it. December is normally really a slow market for us. We enjoy a December sale. We get the floors painted, the cars go out, we get ready for next year. Fresh heads on it to go. We've got 176 lots.
Tuesday, you and I unloaded two 10-car transporters.
Two 10-car transporters got dropped off at our door. We've been going 3.5 years. And this
in fairness, if they're all coming in and they don't sell, fair enough, there is a problem, but they will sell. Yes, the difference is they need to be sensibly priced. I would be amazed if this car sells for guide. It will go for more. Yes, it is a very, very good car and it will sell.
Ready to go, sensibly priced. The market is where it needed to be pre-COVID. It's softened down. Exactly what we said it was going to do, exactly what we wanted it to do. The new money's there, and again, come December, look how many lots we've got of good quality stock. We'll sell a load on the hammer, a load that weekend, we'll go again next year. Happy days, that's what we want, isn't it?
So the message is, stop panicking. If you want to buy a car, go and buy it.
Pay what you want for it,
and enjoy
it.
Yeah.
So on that note,
thank you very much for watching. 176 lots in our December sale. We're open every day for viewings. If you can't get here, we can do video calls. go on the website. Every car has a walk around video, every car has 40 photos. Any questions at all, please get in touch, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cool.